Hey guys, welcome to my Sinners movie review, and I will be keeping this spoiler free, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do another video to go over spoiler talk because man, there's a lot here. Wow. So here we're gonna review the movie, rate it, and then talk about just why this is an important film in a lot of ways, including for the cinema. When I say cinema, I mean movie theaters. And this takes place in 1932, Mississippi, and it feels lived in, man. This is like a really well shot film. The detail, everything, it's like crazy. Like you feel like you're really there, which sucks because it's Jim Crow era, Mississippi. No. And listen, there's no one there saying, oh, use a different water fountain and all that crap, but you could feel it. It's like, it's the echo of slavery still in the air, still in front of you. You could see it. And it's unsettling, but it's not like, oh, here's a message in your face. No. It's very, very effective the way it's done. But yeah, the movie really does, for a while, for like an hour, kind of take its time introducing each character, giving them each their moment, but you don't mind one bit because 10 minutes into this movie, I'm super into it, bro. It is interesting. And a movie that cares that much about their characters, at the end, it's just gonna work out for everybody. Because Ryan Coogler really does care about his characters and the movie. You can tell this is like a passion for him, dude. This movie was, wow. Michael B. Jordan, as always, freaking amazing. Guy steals every scene that he's in with freaking pretty much any movie he's in. Superhero, doesn't matter, gonna steal your movie. He even steals franchises. Here he plays two brothers, and the crazy thing about it, and I love the way they did this, I love the way he did this, which just shows how talented Michael B. Jordan is. Normally you have like twins, it's like one guy's gonna act like super different than the other. Here, not at all, dude. They are twins, they are related, but there's little detail, little intricacies, from a little bit of just the way one smiles versus the other one smiles, the way one acts versus the other one acts. It's so subtle, but you can tell the difference of who is who. So, but yet you can totally tell they are actual twins. And that takes a lot of effort, dude. And I can't say enough about Michael B. Jordan. Funny story, an hour and a half into it, my daughter's like watching the movie with me. She turns around like an hour and a half into this movie and she goes, Dad, are they both Michael B. Jordan? Yeah, that's how good of a job he did. But yeah, everyone is good in this. Like everyone disappears into their characters. Haley Steinfeld, no, I mean, obviously she's gonna be great. She plays one of the love interests of one of the brothers. She's amazing. The other love interest is played by Wunmi Mosaka. I hope I said that right. She's great in this. And what I love that they did here is that she doesn't look like the typical Hollywood love interest. And that's great because it makes this real. Delroy Lindo, as always, is amazing in this too. And I know I'm just kind of repeating myself, but yeah, they're all good, dude. The main villain, again, spoiler free, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but the main villain, Jack O'Connell plays him. And there's this like, he's menacing, but there's this southern charm to him as well. But the real star here is this kid named Sammy who plays blues. He's played by Miles Canton. Bro, this is his first movie. This character and the movie's just entire vibe reminds me a lot of one of my favorite blues artists, Robert Johnson. He's the guy in the 20s that sucked at playing, went out, and then came back and was like awesome and did one great album, and then that's where the story comes from the blues player that made the deal with the devil from the crossroads. Even though that's not the story that this is, this has that eeriness throughout the whole movie. It's got that vibe and it's freaking creepy, dude, and it's awesome. And honestly, the music here, wow. The music here actually is pretty much a character in the movie. Probably one of the main characters in the movie. I don't like musicals. Dude, this could have been a musical, I would have been fine. But no, dude, there's some musical pieces here that are freaking amazing. And there's storytelling with it. And there's one, no detail, because I don't want to ruin this for nobody. Bro, there's one that it's like just a long one-shot piece that, let's just say, celebrates the history of music. I can't even describe it. By the time that thing was over, I had like a little tear and I was like speechless. My freaking jaw was on the floor. My daughter looks at me and she's just like, whoa, freaking all that shit. And you know what? 9 out of 10 directors would have totally screwed that scene up. This is the scene that you would have turned around and be like, okay, this movie is stupid. Like this would have sunk the movie. But nope, not when Ryan Coogler does it, because guess what? This ended up being one of the highlights of the film. And it's amazing. This really is the kind of movie that reminds you why you liked going to theaters. I always knew Ryan Coogler was special, but this is some like next level storytelling. Another thing, and no detail, but you have to stay throughout the entire credits of this film. Because there's no like post-credits scene like it's Marvel. No. The post-credit scene is actually the end of the film. So you have to stay for that. In fact, I would stay for the whole thing because there's something at the very end that's still kind of cool to watch, and it really leaves you realizing how much heart this movie actually has. And it's a payoff to all that character development. And it's beautiful because you leave the theater just like being touched and being like, dude, I didn't just come in to watch like just another like run-of-the-mill like horror movie or thriller or whatever. You leave there like, man, like you really felt something. My daughter did not want to come to this. I forced her to come to this. I had to drag her out. She's like, Dad, I want to go. I'm like, you're coming with me. And we left the theater and she's like, I'm so happy I went to that. She's like, Dad, I forgot the last time I walked out of a movie feeling really good in the theater. Like I got my money's worth. And this is the kind of feeling that we deserve as paying customers, because going to the movie theater isn't just the tickets, bro. By the time you're doing the popcorn and the food and all that shit, it's freaking $100 for what? Just to see like a shitty sequel, like a Michael Bay crap again and all that stuff that it's like, oh, why? No, this was different. Now there's a little bit of a debate over, is this really original or not? Because without going into detail, this has a lot of influence from a mid-90s film. I will say this to defend the movie. Yes, it's the same structure. Yes, if you read the synopsis, it would almost sound like the same movie. And I'm pretty sure this was the guideline to when Ryan Coogler sat down and started to write the script. But the way his storytelling is, and the way that what this movie's actually based on, which there's so many layers to this, dude, it's insane. This could be taught in film school for like a semester. It's its own original thing. Yes. And yes, it does get a lot of inspiration from that mid-90s movie. But this is a completely different film, and honestly, it is a better film. And it's magical shit. And being an original movie that cares about its characters, cares about its story, cares about its audience, and the product it delivers, because it wants the people to see it and be satisfied, you can feel that. It's not a perfect film, but it's close enough that it reminds me why I love going to the movies so much. Bravo, Ryan Coogler. Bravo. Guys, what do you think about Sinners? Please let me know in the comments. I have like 25 reviews I want to do before July 15th, so I'm going to be going nuts with this crap. Also, please like, subscribe, and whatever to all this stuff that I have. Ring the bell for notifications and all that crap. Thanks for watching.